interested. Nuh-uh. Not at all. No way. Nope. 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 Not happening. Fine. In honor of National Save a Spider Day, let's talk about Nope, our rose-hair tarantula. It's no secret that I am arachnophobic. I love nature, it's my catchphrase, nurture all nature, but for the most part, creepy crawly bugs aren't my thing. And spiders, they're the worst. Well, maybe wasps and hornets are worse. No, they are, but spiders are right up there too. I appreciate their place in nature, or even in our homes. I can admire their efficiency, the beauty of their webs, but oh boy do they give me the heebie-jeebies. And I'm not alone. Arachnophobia affects between 3 to 6% of the global population, which actually surprises me. I thought it would be higher. But there seems to be a fair amount of cultural bias at play, and it's predominantly a European and North American affliction. In many highly populated parts of the world, ironically, with some of the scariest spiders, arachnophobia is extremely rare. Here in Canada, it affects as much as 15% of the population, which is also lower than I expected. So a whole day devoted to saving spiders? If you are an arachnophobe like myself, you may be asking why. And the truth, whether we want to admit it or not, is that it's mostly for people like us. Hang around and...
I can explain.
So if I am so frightened of spiders, my mom is too, by the way, why does this thing live in my house? My dad likes spiders and he's always kind of wanted one, but my mom has always said no. But then mom overcame her fear of snakes, which somehow meant that it was okay for my dad to bring this nightmare fuel into our home. And to be fair, one of the reasons I do this channel and live reptile presentations and shows is to help people overcome their fear of snakes and other reptiles, another common phobia. If I expect folks to give me the chance to show them why snakes should not be feared, I should be willing to do the same with my own phobia. Right? Well, Dad certainly thought so, and he thought having a spider as a pet would make it easier for me to face my fear of spiders. And I do follow his logic. The more you understand something, the less you fear it. Or at least that's the sentiment I've seen on a motivational poster once. Probably. With this little-ish, for now, spider here, somewhere, I would be able to watch her move around, see how she creates a home for herself in her enclosure. I could watch her capture and eat her dinner, that we would have discussions about her anatomy and biology and evolution, and I suppose we kind of did. But truthfully, most of the time I just ignore her. I'm sorry, nope, it's not you. It really is me. I have nothing against you, just you're scary. However, in the interest of education, I will share with you some of the knowledge I've taken in. So this is Nope. She is a Grammostola rosea, or a Chilean Rose-Hair Tarantula, hailing from the dry grasslands along the edges of deserts found in northern Chile, Bolivia, and Argentina. These tarantulas are one of the most common spiders to keep as pets. Apparently, they are known for being calmer and tolerate handling very well. Considered to be a medium-sized spider, females are more robust than males. Combined, their cephalothorax and abdomen, their body, can grow to about 3 inches long with thick, sturdy legs. Males will have smaller bodies but longer, spindlier legs, basically making the leg span of both males and females pretty much the same at a max of about 5 inches or so. Too big. Too big. It's too big for a spider. So for us, having them as pets, their housing requirements are the same for both males and females. However, it is important to note that you will have a female rose-hair tarantula for significantly longer, decades longer in fact. Males don't live past 5 years old, whereas females can easily exceed 20 years old if properly cared for. Nope's got a semi-arid setup that Dad built out of a cricket keeper, ironically enough. It keeps them forever now. The walls have been covered mostly to help make her feel safe. There's a little shelf if she feels like climbing, which she does a fair bit, actually. Yippee, I see her easily, yay. Little seed pod hides, bits of rock, cork, sticks, just a bit of detritus that she would encounter in the wild. There's a small cup with little hydro balls. I've only featured Nope on Instagram a few times, and every time this little dish of hydro balls is shown, I get comments from people telling me that they get all the hydration they need from their food, they don't need water, and I shouldn't do this, which is weird because I see lots of guides for these guys saying they do need water. So I don't know what the deal is over there in tarantula land, so just in case there's anyone out there cracking some knuckles and stretching their fingers in preparation to give me another lecture about these tarantulas not needing water bowls, I would just like to remind everyone that information regarding the best care we can give our animals is ever evolving, and the notion that tarantulas should not be provided a water source is no longer considered best practice by many experts. In the wild, they live in burrows, some as deep as 40 centimeters. Rather than digging their own, they usually hijack ones made and abandoned by other animals. But in the absence of a ready-made home, they can make shallow burrows of their own if the soil is loose enough. For spiders in our care, it is a good idea to give them substrate enough to dig a hole in case they're inclined to do so. Nope hasn't dug an actual burrow, but she has kind of cleared out a lot of substrate from under this bit of cork and has laid all sorts of sheets of webbing about to make it cozy. And made this little molting cradle last week when she molted and somehow doubled in size.
Not quite.
She's way bigger.
You're not double in size.
She is way bigger.
She's a little bit.
She's way bigger. You said it yourself this morning. I don't know why you're denying it now. Shush, it's not funny. She's big. Fun fact, tarantulas can spin webs out of their feet as well as the spinnerets on their butt. Scientists who confirmed this in a 2011 study suggest that it helps secure them on unstable or slippery surfaces, hence why she is on the wall of this thing. At full size, these guys are heavy and kind of ploppy, and fall from even a small height can be fatal very easily, so some extra stickiness from their feet gives them better footing. I always thought it was kind of silly that Spider-Man shoots webs from his wrists. If he were accurate to real spiders, he'd shoot webbing out of his butt, right? Guess I was wrong. If some spiders can spin webs from their feet, I guess wristy web shooters is not so far-fetched. Anyway, back to Nope's home. Well, her home for now, at least. Nope is still young and has lots of growing to do, so we will soon be moving her into a permanent adult enclosure. By we, I mean Dad. It is recommended that they have room that measures 3 times their leg span, but that still seems really small to me. Nope's new home will likely be a 15-gallon tank with enough clutter and cover to keep her safe and make her feel safe and make it so that I hopefully won't see her as much. When it's time for her to move into that home, you can be sure that I'll show and tell you all about it for some reason. So hit that notification bell so you won't miss it, because I can't.
This was your idea.
I regret my decision. It's very obvious. In her home, Nope has put down a bunch of webbing, as I mentioned. I'm not sure how well that webbing will show up. That's not her cradle. Well, all of that will show up on camera, but it is there. I will admit that watching her wiggle and daintily step about almost like a dance with too many left feet is pretty neat. Might even be cute if it weren't performed by a hairy mass of legs and horror. They make these kinds of webs to line their burrow and to find their home base, as opposed to using it for trapping prey, but I have noticed that even if that's not the intention, it still does a pretty good job of tripping up and slowing down any critters trying to cross these webbing areas, giving her a leg up in catching a meal. Just as Nope is working on building her web, which will support her throughout her life, I am working on building my own web of like-minded reptile and nature enthusiasts that will help support me, my reptiles, and my channel, as we are all intricately connected. If you would like to connect and strengthen the web of my community, head on over to patreon.com/allcanadianreptilegirl. Thank you so much. In the wild, rose-hair tarantulas will eat insects of many different kinds, crickets, worms, locusts, even some small frogs and other amphibians, and sometimes small mammals. With us, we drop in a gut-loaded cricket or a mealworm once or twice a week, and Nope pounces on it, or she's scared of it and the prey scuttles away, which was the initial reason why we had a water source in her enclosure. In the event that Nope gets a temporary roommate, they will have a water source to drink from until she decides that it's dinner time. For me, it's important that the animals we feed to our other animals are treated with respect. They are dying or have already died so that our pets can live. I don't think it's too much to ask to give them kindness until the deed is done, or a bit of reverence if it's already passed, like the frozen rodents in my freezer.
So if a cricket has to hang out for a few days in the nightmare box, they should at least be able to get a drink and feel okay, yeah? Also, as a point of interest, it does happen that we will walk into the reptile room and find Nope hanging out on or near these little water balls. So whether she's drinking, or she needs more humidity at the time, or she's practicing for when she has baby spiders of her own, which we decided she's not gonna have, right? We all promised.
Yes, yes.
Right, yes.
Great. Good. The fact is, having a water source in her enclosure does no harm to her, and she seems to like it. So if we could all just keep calm about this, that would be great. These guys are generally very docile, one of the reasons they make such great pets. When threatened, they will usually run and hide, and can flick abdominal hairs off at you as they retreat. These urticating hairs are barbed and can work their way into your skin, causing itching. If you get them in your eyes or inhale it, it can be a little bit more severe, described as similar to the discomfort of inhaling fiberglass. While there have been folks requiring hospitalization from allergic reactions, or getting them lodged in the cornea specifically, usually there is no real lasting medical harm, just some discomfort. If sufficiently antagonized or scared, they will rear up and can/will charge or bite. They are venomous like all spiders. Well, not all spiders. I think there are a couple that don't have venom glands, but pretty much all spiders. Their venom is not potent enough to do any serious harm to us humans. Weird allergic reactions aside, it would be similar to the discomfort of a bee sting with some localized swelling and a little bit of pain and tenderness. Thankfully, like I said, these tarantulas are considered pretty chill and not inclined to bite. Which is good, because in the next segment, I'm going to be holding Nope. The things I do for edutainment. If you will excuse me for a minute, I need to go find my courage or zen, or maybe my stunt double. Why don't I have a stunt double? No, give me a second. I can't promise that I won't drop her yet. Can I be sitting down and you just hand her to me? I feel like I'll drop her. So I'll
Okay, you go right
sit.
around. I'll tell you if you're in frame.
Okay.
Go forward.
Are you okay?
You're not in frame yet.
I'm fine. Oh, she doesn't.
She's okay. She's okay. So are you.
So why does North America have a National Save a Spider Day? Because people need to know and understand that spiders are important, like super important. They are what's known as a keystone species, which means that they are crucial in regulating the ecosystems around them. Without spiders to keep their numbers in check, insects would run amok and likely take over the world. You know what? I've had a good run. Let's just let them have it. We'll go to Mars. Let's just...
There's probably something worse there.
Anyways. And if insect numbers grow exponentially unchecked, combined with their voracious appetites, I'm sorry, I don't want to be moving this much either. Plants would be a free buffet, which would affect the vegetation we eat, and the vegetation our livestock eats. So in addition to having insects literally surrounding you at all times, which as also being afraid of insects would also not be great, you wouldn't have much to eat.
You can eat the insects.
That's not an option. So even if you don't like spiders, and even if you find them in your home, just remember my catchphrase, nurture all nature, and instead of squishing them, please contain them and relocate them outside. I highly recommend a product called a Bugzooka. This is what my Bugzooka looks like. You compress this spring-loaded end, and then just point the other end with the little containment cup with the little doors over the spider or other buggy friend. Hit the trigger and it releases the spring-loaded end, which sucks the spider into the little containment unit cup, and yay! The spider is no longer roaming free in your house, and you just take it outside. I'll put a link down below. It's not an affiliate link or anything like that. I get nothing at all if you click it. I just think everyone should have one of these so you can evict any arthropod, squatters, and all involved come away unharmed, which is nice, right? And in case you need a little extra incentive to keep you dedicated to being nice to spiders, it might help to know that many cultures, including Greek, Roman, Scottish, and First Nations, and Native American, spiders are considered symbols of good luck, protection, patience, endurance, and intelligence. Who doesn't need a little more of that? Okay, that's the end of the side. That's the end of the side. I'm
Okay, so National Save a Spider Day is important because too many bugs are bad, and we should all give spiders a little more love. Tell me, when you find them in your house, are you nice to them and relocate them outside? Do you let them be and ignore them and hope they go away? Or do you just decide that they've had a good run and it's time to close the show for good? Let me know in the comments below. I know they aren't terribly cuddly or cute to most of us, and it's hard to be empathetic, especially when you're scared of them. But please consider saving a spider, not just today, but every day. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you want to see more spidery content, go elsewhere. I don't want to do this again.
Seriously?
Look, I've said everything that I need to say. I appreciate her and her place and Spider's place, but I don't want to do this again. So, if you want to see more spidery content, I highly recommend you check out my friend Spencer at My Wild Backyard. He's got some truly awesome and terrifying to me videos covering all sorts of 8-legged freaky little guys. And the myths and misinformation surrounding them. Kind of like me for snakes, but different. And with bugs.
He does snake stuff too.
He does a little bit of snake stuff too, but it's mostly bugs and other scary things. I'm lightheaded now. Special thanks again to my patrons. You folks are amazing, and I truly appreciate all of your support. And I thank and appreciate your support for watching. Please hit the like button, subscribe if you're not, and most importantly, until next time, remember to nurture all nature, even the things you're scared of. Bye. All right, everyone quiet, so we're fine, right? We won't need to redo this. We're still getting audio, everything's still recording.
Yep, we're good.
Oh, I have an itch on my nose. This is not good. No, under. Good enough. Stop moving so much.
I think that's what she's saying to you.
If you stop, if you just deep breath.
I didn't cry this time.
Oh, she's flipping her.
Oh, then put her away.